Jessie, Ben, Archie, great to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you too.
Jessie, the producers said once they got your audition tape, they wanted to stop looking at all the other tapes. You were going to be Alina. How does that feel? And where were you when you found out you got the part?
I mean, I'm so very happy that was the case. I remember my first audition and I absolutely loved it and had a really good time. So to know that just gave me a lot of a massive boost, especially before this is my first sort of big job. So it was really nice knowing everyone was on side. And I was here at home when I got the call. I was sort of waiting. They said they're going to let you know in a few days what the sort of verdict is, and the phone started ringing and I was sweating and I think I just swore solidly for about 30 seconds. So yeah, I was really, really happy. And then just slowly over time started to like meet people from the cast and just got more and more excited based off how incredibly nice everyone was. So yeah.
Ben, what did you love about getting to be a part of this universe?
Well, initially I wasn't sure about it. I read one episode and my character wasn't really in it, so I sort of said, I'm not sure. I'm going to be involved in something of this scale. I really want to be a part. I really want to be a part of it. My worst thing is like where I go on a job somewhere for a few months. I'm not really involved. I love to be in the thick of it. And so I said, I'm not sure. And then they sent me a few more episodes. And I read one of the books, and I was like, oh. And I loved. Obviously, I've done a lot of sort of fantasy stuff before, and I think for me, I just loved how fresh and not derivative this world feels. It feels like completely unique in its own thing, and the genre doesn't feel like anything on TV. It's kind of like that late dark Harry Potter mixed with Anna Karenina and Ocean's 11 and Peaky Blinders and Star Wars, and it just feels completely its own thing, but it feels sort of has elements of all those things which feel somewhat familiar, and I think I just wanted to be a part of that. Also, I hadn't really played a character that was such high status before in terms of the hierarchy of a world, and it was interesting to me to be to be the oldest character and the most authoritative. I hadn't really done a lot of that. I've always sort of been the young man, but trying to, coming of age, and so it was time to pass that baton on to my pal.
Archie, well, the baton's been passed on, Archie. When you look back,
cheers.
When you look back at your time, what is one of the standout moments for you?
Oh my God, that is so hard to choose a standout moment. Just the whole thing it felt like such a good collaborative experience, and the whole process of it really. Ben was saying that in another interview that it really felt like a sort of team game. Everyone was so passionate about the story and creating this thing. So just being able to work with everyone that shared the same amount of passion as you was something that was brilliant and made going to work. It's always a joy. I love acting, but this just made it extra special. Everyone was absolutely in love with it.
What do you guys miss most? I'll start with Jessie. What do you miss most? Because the great thing about these being involved in a series like this is that it is so intense in a good way, in that you get to leave your home, you get to go to a new country, you get to bond with your castmates. What do you miss?
I mean, it was absolutely devastating to come back when, because I think I saw at least one person from the cast every day, even when we weren't working together, and we mostly all saw each other pretty much every day. So suddenly not seeing everyone and then going into lockdown was genuinely like difficult. I was really cut up about it. We all just got so close, and like you said, it's a really intense experience, and you share so much and you have so many little jokes, and we couldn't have been luckier in terms of who was there and who we got to like spend those 6 months with. So yeah, that's the thing I miss the most, is my lovely
Ben,
cast.
what do you miss?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely the people.
Yeah, if you don't say cast, then I would
get out. I don't miss you.
Of Archie, the cast. It was just, but everyone who came on board, it was an extraordinary thing that everyone who came on board, even if they were just in for a day for one scene, they'd almost always read all the books. and they were just so excited to be there. And then they came in and realized that we were all so passionate about making something that we really loved. And I think that energy from our showrunner Dan was really infectious. And so we had that environment of excitement. And I heard an interview with Lee Bardugo, who's the author, and she said when she came to visit set, and we were in month 6 of filming, and she could hear singing from our cast tent, and we never sat in our own chairs, we switched them all together, and so even through to the end, you know, we were always just like playing silly games and singing with each other and trying to enjoy the experience of it. I think that was the main thing I was trying to pass on to everybody, was like, don't worry about what the next job is, don't worry about anything else, just really enjoy this and be here now. And I think going into lockdown after that, it's really proved that is always the case. Whatever you're doing today, enjoy that, because it's the only today you'll ever get.
I have to wrap. So Archie, I'm going to assume you're going to say cast, and I'm hoping that we'll come back and get more.
No, I was going to say these little chicken schnitzel things that they had there with like cheese and cream.
On that lovely note, I hope you get to have more of that when you're back, fingers crossed, for season 2.
Cheers.
Thank you so much.
Cheers.